What's up, YouTube? It's your boy King Say something. I'm back before we get to it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe as you always watch the full video. This is crazy.
I can't believe these fools who murdered Julio Foolio, no pun intended, really tried to pull off this stunt in court today. This is the most nonsense I've ever seen in my life. So they were already sentenced to life without parole. It was expected, but they were brought to court today to, I guess, give a statement as they're being sentenced officially. And, these people have lost their everlasting mind, bruh.
Are staying on top of breaking news right now. The verdict is in. A jury has found all four men guilty of killing Jacksonville rapper Julio Foolio. The court reading aloud their fates just within the last 10 minutes. The rapper's name, of course, Charles Jones. He was shot and killed outside of this Tampa hotel in June of 2024. Now, the prosecution said that Isaiah Chance acted as a lookout, Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy.
It's just crazy because this nigga, he don't care. Like, he went in thinking like, hey, I'm doing what I like I say all the time. If you're gonna do something, you need to go in and do it because you want to do it and you already accepted your consequences. He already accepted them. He don't care. These niggas, I wouldn't be surprised if they did shit in fear of him, thinking he was gonna do something to them. Because these niggas are idiots. This nigga didn't care, boy. This nigga, he didn't care. He had a reason to do something. These niggas didn't. I think Foolio was dissing his people, not like his family members, versus this nigga that's dissing their people. So I don't know. That shit is crazy though. But again, if you're gonna do something, people, make sure you're doing it because you want to do it, not because somebody is making you do it. Because you're gonna end up like this.
Said that Isaiah Chance acted as a lookout, Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and Davion Murphy, they said, were the three gunmen. The defense says that their clients were at the hotel. All four, again, have now been found guilty of first-degree murder. We've been listening to those verdicts come in. Several other charges related to gang activity, guilty on those charges as well. Now, a fifth person, Alicia Andrews, was found guilty of manslaughter in the case. That was last October, but she has yet to be sentenced. Now a jury will have to decide whether to recommend life in prison
15.
or the death penalty. The judge has ordered them back into the courtroom on Monday afternoon, the jury that is, and of course all of the parties involved. They expect that to last through Friday of next week, and we will keep you updated.
They were back in court today for their sentencing. Now, they already beat the death penalty, so it's expected they would have gotten life. This sentencing was no surprise. They all knew fully well before they even got here what they were going to get. But they can't.
Life, nigga. Doing life in prison, nigga, at 20-something, nigga, nigga. That's I want to say that's a long way away, but nigga, I've been to jail before, y'all. I've been to jail before. That shit is so draining. Like, it's just draining. Like, you don't know what time it is because you don't got no clock, you don't got no phone. It's just it's just boring as shit. Every day, the same spot, same bed, same clothes, same outfits. Only thing that changed is the inmates. Some, the ones that ain't doing life, the ones that who ain't been sentenced yet, them that's it. The inmates change, but nothing else.
Game anyways. And they all went out like busters. The only person who didn't go out like a buster is Davion Murphy, which is my type of gangster. Davion Murphy is my type of gangster. You know why? Because even though they're all deplorable human beings, they're all just like absolute degenerate lowlives. Davion Murphy murdered Julio Foolio with a purpose. He did it for a reason. He had a reason for why he wanted Foolio dead. And when he murdered Foolio, he got arrested. He took his mugshot with a smile. When he got found guilty,
that's the one I was talking about. That's the one I was talking about. I said it. His reason. I think Foolio was dissing his family members. His family members, like, if you know Foolio's music, this nigga was out there dissing the dead, basically. So it's like, and they're all still within this city. So according to I guess the internet, the people who Foolio was dishing, their family, the family of them, the person who was unalive, was in fear or in like feeling like majorly some type of way because the music that he's putting out and the way he keep talking about their loved one that had just passed away. Like nigga, public humiliation when it comes to diss tracks. So he had a reason. Was it smart? Uh, but he did it. He had a reason. He had a purpose. Them other niggas, what are you doing this for?
Took the guilty with a smile, and he went to his bunk and accepted his time. Because Davion Murphy had an actual reason why he wanted Foolio dead. Because Foolio right hand man's murdered, I guess, his little cousin. And then Foolio went to his little cousin's grave and like pissed on it or desecrated. Right? So
See?
dude had a real vendetta against.
That's even worse than what I was saying. It was just the diss tracks. But nigga, yeah, Fulio's homie unalive his cousin. Fulio went to his cousin's gravesite, made a song. I think I reacted to that song too. He made a song, pissed on the gravesite and everything. So he had a real reason to want him unalive.
Foolio, you
Not
can
smart,
respect
but
that at least. The other dudes, like Isaiah Chance, that was a rap beef. Sean Gathright, he's a little buster, right? Sean Gathright had no issues, no problems with Foolio whatsoever. But he was stalking Foolio from state to state to state, trying to murder Foolio just to belong and to fit in into a gang of dudes that he didn't grow up with.
idiot. Idiot. Especially when you seen the video of how he was doing it, like nigga, he was going through the Airbnb website and putting in like he's looking at Fulio's video, seeing what he's posting, seeing like what's all within the Airbnb, going back to the Airbnb website, putting in the different thing like barbecue pit, pool, fence around pool, whatever he's seeing in Fulio's video in this criteria, so he can find exactly where he was at. You're a true ultimate stalker. Ultimate. You probably didn't even look for a job that deeply.
He don't know these dudes from a can of paint, but he wanted to be accepted by them so bad, so he was doing drills. Like Sean Gathright is the dude who shot Foolio in his foot. So they come back to court today, and they all went outside. Davion Murphy is the only one who didn't go outside, okay? Davion Murphy was like in that courtroom clapping at the judge, man.
And, you know, Mr. Jones did not deserve to die for what he did or what he drilled, the drill rap videos he made. But goodness gracious, going and desecrating the gravesite of a murdered relative is, you don't deserve to be killed for that, but you just increased your odds that it was going to happen. And that's the truth. That is the truth. So I'm not at all.
No, I mean, you shouldn't be clapping that because you still took somebody's life, but they got a point there, bro. I said before, when it comes to them diss tracks are public humiliation. Especially again when the song goes viral enough to where other people are singing along to it. Like what? Like it's one thing you put out you put out a song, you diss the homie, you diss me, you diss the hood, whatever. All right, that's one thing. But now you got people from different states and cities singing along to it. That's like the shit how Drake feel about Kendrick Lamar, that P file version that he put. You got people singing along to it, so therefore nigga, it's one thing you put a song out and hey, whatever. But nigga, you got the whole world singing this shit now.
And stating that he deserved it, but it's just shocking. It's shocking to me.
Bro really thrown off for real, man. He had the shortest speech out of everybody, man. When he stood up to give his speech, it lasted like 30 seconds, bro. Bro said, man, listen, I'm not guilty. I'm innocent. Give me my time, bro. But the other ones, oh, they went outside, bro. Isaiah Chance was the other one that I expected more from. Sean Gathright, I knew Sean was a buster, right? The minute Sean opened up the GoFundMe after he got, Sean's a buster. But Isaiah Chance stood up in court and did all type of dry snitching on.
I think it's GoFundMe for what, nigga? Like for books, nigga. The books in jail are free. Only thing, nigga, his family put money on his books every month, and that's it. People on the outside, what are you giving money to him for? Like he played part in unaliving somebody that didn't do nothing personally or physically to them. I'm not giving you no money.
His own girlfriend.
The fuck?
Who she got found guilty and did all type of dry snitching on his own girlfriend. Who she got found guilty as well, but she got found not guilty of murder and got found guilty of manslaughter because the court essentially ruled that Isaiah Chance told her, according to her, that they were going on vacation. And when they went on vacation, Isaiah Chance brought her along as they kind of surveyed like Julio Foolio.
Nah. See, that's them court, bruh. That's them court, bruh. That's them white people, bruh. That's them white people doing that shit. They think that if it's a man and a girl, most of the time it does happen like that though. Most of the time, but they're thinking, all right, the boyfriend is he's the bad one. The girlfriend, she just went along with it because it's her boyfriend, and she didn't even know exactly what he was up to. She knew exactly what the fuck they were up to. It's one thing if I go hit any lick, my girlfriend is with me. She knows what I'm doing. She knows exactly what I'm doing. This ain't no like like come on, bro. They're dumb. They're dumb. They trying to make it like she didn't know what he was up to. He didn't tell her nothing. You think a girl is gonna be riding with her boyfriend all these different places? She ain't gonna be like, where are you going? Why are we here? Why are we following these people? She ain't gonna say nothing. No, no. Ain't no hood white girl, ain't no messing girl, and ain't no black girl doing that.
And stalked him all night and gave his location to the killers. And the court ruled, well, she essentially was only participating because Isaiah Chen's let her. And they can't 100% determine that she knew what they were doing. So they gave her manslaughter. Isaiah Chance came to court and said, your honor, how I get life and like she get 15.
That's fucked up though. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. For him to even do that, like, that's cold though. That's cold. I was just like, damn. I just like, bitch, you better make sure my books are good every month. That's the only thing I would have said to her. When you get out after you do your 15, make sure you got some money on my books, cause I'm going to jail for life. It's over for me. You got a chance to revamp your life. That's crazy. That nigga said I'm doing life. What about her? His own girlfriend.
We did the same thing. Dry snitching like a mug, man.
So Judge Cisco, unlike the rest of my co-defendants here, they all are charged with being the alleged shooters and have the same verdicts. However, me, on the other hand, the one who was charged with me for playing the same alleged role as I, gets found not guilty for what I am charged with. Alicia case didn't contradict the alleged shooters versus the state case. I don't even think it's possible it could have. However, it contradicts mine being the only principle here. Because both of our jury's decisions contradict each other. The only nuance is I went to trial with 3 other people who have the same verdict as I, and she didn't.
This midday, Alicia Andrews, one of the 5 people found guilty in the death of Jacksonville rap artist Julio Foolio, will serve 15 years in prison. Andrews was convicted.
The reason why I think he said their jurors, when they play the same role, contradict each other, is because they separated her from y'all. And we all knew from the nigga, the internet knew. We knew for a fact this motherfucker right here was snitching day one. Day one telling. We knew this for it. Come on, bro. Come on. You think this girl finna go to jail for them niggas? Fuck no. Come on, bro. She still got her baby hair in point. Come on, bro. Hell no. This ain't no girl that's halfway bald. No, nigga. This ain't no hood rat. It's a rat in the hood, but it ain't a hood rat. It's a big difference. That nigga dumb. He dumb. But her shit like that because one, she was the only one to tell. You niggas was too tough to do it. She was the only one to tell and the first one to tell. And then 3, they separated her from them. That's why. If his lawyer would have been smart enough, he would have separated you from them other 2 niggas too. Them 2 niggas are the one who did the most thing. You played the same role that she played. You should have had a smarter lawyer.
Of manslaughter last October. Before sentencing, though, her attorneys asked a judge to throw out the verdict. They say she did not receive a fair trial, should not be sentenced either. Prosecutors say Andrews helped track Julio Foolio, whose real name was Charles Jones, before he was ambushed and killed outside a Tampa hotel in 2024. Also, a jury recommended life in prison for the 4 men convicted of murder in this case.
Isaiah Chan should be ashamed of himself, bro. Do you have no shame? Your girl, bro. This is dry snitching, and here's why. The court ruled there was a leader and a follower. That Isaiah Chance was the leader, and he knew full well what was going on. He understood the scope of that trip. He understood the scope was they were going to go find Julio Foolio. He understood when he was going from club to party looking for Foolio, he was feeding information back to the killers. So he was fully aware, the court ruled that he was fully aware beyond a reasonable doubt that this was a trip to kill Foolio. They're saying Alicia Andrews, well, they can't deem beyond a reasonable doubt because she was invited on the trip. And she had no interaction with the killers whatsoever. Like, I think one of the killers was in the back seat with her, but Isaiah Chance was driving. So they're saying, there's no way for us to truly prove that she knew beyond a reasonable doubt, like beforehand what this trip was for. She claimed Isaiah Chance told her they was going on vacations, and she was just riding around with like Isaiah Chance and had no idea what was going on. Isaiah Chance take the court and said, huh? She had the same role as me. Huh? How I get this?
You gotta prove it though. That's on the thing about court. You can say all this. You can say all that you want to say, but can you prove that? Can you prove that?
Life and she get 15. She did the same thing I did. Oh, so you say, she knew what was going on. This is disgusting, bro. Y'all gotta maintain at least some level of decorum.
It's too late though. It's too late. He should have. If you gonna say that, you should have did that. I mean, he wasn't gonna know because her shit was separated anyway, so it wasn't no way for him to know. He probably found out at the very end, like, what? She getting what, nigga? I'm sorry, bro, but I gotta laugh at that shit because, like, nigga, niggas play themselves, bro. Like, nigga, the streets will never love you. Like, the streets will never love you. 1. 2, the internet, nigga, nothing is permanently deleted, and the government can easily find it. Easily. Like, the nigga who was doing all the searching shit, nigga, that shit was all in the iCloud, nigga. If you recording this, they got him going from app to app to app to app to app on one screen recording. Like, you're dumb, bro. You're dumb. Like, people, like, you gotta adjust to the times that we live in, or you gonna suffer the consequences. That's exactly what they did. They didn't adjust to the times that we live in. You cannot be thinking, like, most cases. To me, I feel like crime is controlled because, nigga, 1, it's phone that's tracking everything. It's cameras everywhere. It's cameras that are license plates. It's cameras that are light bulbs. It's cameras that are doorknob. Like, it's cameras everywhere, right? It's Tesla's driving around everywhere. I feel like crime is controlled, meaning, hey, you already know how they say this world is overpopulated, so therefore certain shit gonna happen and it's gonna happen, and they gonna allow it to happen, but not every time, bro. You niggas are dumb. You niggas, like, they went there completely blacked out. You can't see nobody's face in a video when they shooting at Julio Foolio. You can't see nobody's face, but they know exactly who was who. Like, come on, bro. That lets you know it's over. You niggas went from a whole different state, found this man, and you still got caught. Like a Lil Durk now. You niggas went on a plane rides, bus rides, all type of shit, and you still got caught.
Form and integrity, bro.
At least you get found not guilty for my current charge. It wasn't a coincidence. Basically what I'm saying is, Alicia the state alleged that we played. Oh, that's getting into like the facts of like the case.
Well, that's okay. If I'm hearing you correctly, you are taking issue with the fact that I don't know if she's your current or former girlfriend, but she went to trial. She was convicted of a manslaughter and got 15 years, and now you're here facing life. And that I would assume that seems unjust to you. Is that correct?
That's highly unjust. I seen Susie Lopez on the news.
That is, but nigga, they were able to prove your role. They couldn't prove hers. That's the only thing about court. I watch a lot of court shit, police shit. When it comes, a lot of times they can know you did it. They can know or think you did it. But hey, they can even know you did it. But can you prove this person did it? That's the thing. Like, if I see you do something, yeah, I'm a witness, but can I prove it though? I don't have no video. I gotta have grade A detail of everything that happened from point A to point B to point C. If I miss a step, that's it.
This morning, and she was saying that justice has been served. Absolutely, if you see it from that perspective, but everything that's a perspective is based off perception. So if you say that's justice, okay, but when you look at, if you put me and Alicia up on like side by side, that's unjust. Like, it's injustice. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it's contrary to my verdict. Like, her jury made their decision. My jury our jury made their decision, but it contradicts like both of our verdicts. The only difference is like I went to trial with my co-defendants and she went to trial by herself. So I feel like personally, I got guilt more so by association than like participation.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what happens. Exactly. You had a dumbass lawyer. Your lawyer wasn't smart enough to separate you from these other niggas when and if you didn't play the same role as them. That's where he fucked up.
That's all I really wanted to say.
Once he got done dry snitching, this is where it really gets hilarious, okay? Now, unfortunately for him, he got life without parole. It's over with, bro. Like, you never coming home. You don't got no more money, right? You're not rich. You can't afford a lengthy appeal process. Like, you're over with. You're done, okay? Yeah. But here's where it gets bad for him, okay? After he gets done dry snitching,
damn,
bro starts talking about the seller's code and lonely and everybody.
It ain't gonna be lonely for too long, bro. You just got sentenced. You're in still fighting a case in a sense. It ain't finna be lonely too long, bro. You finna have a cellmate for the rest of your life. Again, bro, I've been in jail before, bro. That shit's boring as hell, bro. I was in a 70-man dorm and was still bored. Like, cause you're bored because you can't do what you want to do. Like, nigga, shit. Like, the TV, the big, like I can touch the screen. Like, look, you see this? I can touch this. And in jail, you can't do that. You can't do that. That motherfucker is a big distance away, on the wall, high as shit. The guards control it. They gonna put on a show for you until you get to the pen, and then hopefully you start finding a way to get some money, and then you can get a tablet or some shit. But if not, nigga, you are fucked. Ain't no money in your books because your people still got to pay rent and bills.
Body is gone. Yo, hey, bruh.
So, to my city, man.
To my city? That what he said?
To my city, man. It ain't worth it, boy. Like, it ain't worth it. Like, me being a rapper from my city and Foolio being a rapper from our city, it ain't worth it. Like, my mouth getting dry, sorry. Like, the dissing,
Take heed, y'all. Listen. Cause niggas don't never fight. Niggas finally, it's like we all know this, but it's like this shit don't never click to niggas until this moment. This moment, this man is well within his 20s. This ain't no 80, 90-year-old man. This is a 20-some-year-old kid. Your life is done. You're never coming home. You're never getting real boom boom no more. Ain't no more boom boom for you. Ain't no more caressing or smell of a female. That shit is done. You feel me around dick and balls for the rest of your life.
Beefing, the shooting, like, for what? Like, for what? Like, when you sitting in your cell alone, cold, it's lonely as hell in that bed. Everybody leave you. Like, nobody here for you. Like, the ones that's your ride or die, your girlfriends, whoever you love, the only person there for you is your mother. And maybe, like, one friend, maybe. But it ain't worth it, though, bro. It ain't worth it.
Boy.
I was 21 years old facing the death penalty.
Woo,
I never ever, my homie.
I thought he was closer to 30. That nigga 21.
Interactions with law enforcement was traffic tickets.
Now you're a Boy Scout, man. Hey, man, I was a good kid, but I only got traffic. Y'all gotta cut it out, bruh.
No, that shit play a role though, cause most time that does play a role. Like, if this is your first offense, nigga. But again, bro, he got watched because if he wasn't the shooter, and you just was just a driver, sometimes the driver still does get life right along with shooters, but sometimes they don't. Again, his shit was because his lawyer was not smart enough to separate him. Like, nigga, as soon as the girl got separated, nigga, you should have had, hey, what she going? I'm going with her. Lawyer man, what are you doing, bro? Hey, when you have lawyers, bro, if nigga, mind they're the ones speaking for you, but you gotta at least tell them what to say, something. You guarantee he just sat back and didn't say nothing. Oh, that's what you gonna do? Okay. That's what you gonna do? Okay. I did the same thing when I was in jail, but luckily, I had a good lawyer, a good public defender at that, and y'all already know. Sometimes when the public defenders do not be on your side. I had a good one. I was about to take a strike. This so I can get out of jail. I was about to take a strike, bruh. And she said, hell no.
What happened? Yo, weren't y'all in the music videos, man, talking about, like how niggas are soft? How they don't want no problems with you? How you a grave digger? What happened to being a grave digger, man? I thought you was a grave digger.
That's NBA.
Now all of a sudden you was a Boy Scout. Man, traffic ticket. I ain't never caught no. Come on, bruh. And y'all can't use the young excuse, bro. 21, you was a grown up, bruh. 21, you are an adult. You are an adult. You're not a kid. Now you could probably give Isaiah a chance, I guess, some slack or some leeway, because he actually grew up in this neighborhood. He actually grew up around these people. He went to school with these people. He was embedded into this rap beef that turned into a killing spree. But the other clown, Sean Gathright, that bozo, he stood up and started using the excuse of, I'm too young to get the sentence. Fam, this clown didn't grow up with none of these people. He grew up in the suburbs. He had a two-parents household. They were wealthy and well-off. They was taking trips to Africa when he was a kid.
Damn. I ain't even been on a plane before, bro.
And he still decided to be a killer. So this clown, Isaiah Chance may have some type of, maybe, he was a victim of a circumstance, but this other clown, Sean Gathright, he took the stand trying to play the nice little kid excuse. I was too young for this sentence, judge. Well, have mercy, man. Cut it out, bruh. He starts talking like he was one of them kids who grew up in an environment where he had no choice. You're not a product of your circumstance. You chose the path you got on. You was on a good path to college and living a productive life. You chose to be the biggest gangster in Florida. Now you got to reap those consequences.
That's true. That's true. That's what happens a lot. A lot. It be crazy how people who grew up in the hood like me, we want to make it out and make it to a good life, a good neighborhood, be able to travel the world, start businesses, leave a will for our kids instead of a fucking bill. But then the kids who are living the good life, do you want to be in the hood because you see these fucking music videos? Dumb. Dumb.
A study done by the National Institute of Mental Health provided evidence showing that the brain doesn't reach full maturity until 26 to 27 years old for men, about 8 or 9 years older than my time during the offense. But society knows this, and that's why laws set age requirements on certain activities, amenities, and substances as a way to protect adolescent adults. Yet those same laws don't extend to an adolescent adult when they are charged with crimes and allows them to be prosecuted to the fullest extent, regardless of their age. Your Honor, it is heartbreaking that an 18-year-old can't rent a car or a hotel or buy a home, but can be sentenced to death or life in prison without the possibility of parole. They can't purchase alcohol or tobacco, but can be sentenced to death or life in prison without the possibility of parole. They can't work certain jobs or even go on a cruise without a chaperone, but can be sentenced to death without life, or life without prison, in prison without possibility of parole.
That's true. But the only thing about that is look. It's hard to say somebody don't deserve life when you took somebody else's life. That's the whole thing about it, though, bro. That's the whole thing. Yeah, you might not, it is kind of messed up that, hey, this person is 18, 21, finna go do the rest of their life in jail. But this other person who was 21, 22, however old Foolio was, nigga, their life is done. That's it. So shouldn't yours be too? And at least yours not even done. You still get to breathe, still talk on the phone, still hopping on the internet when in prison, but you still get to do certain things. He can't. He can never, ever, ever speak to his people ever again.
And I'm a prime example of these circumstances. At 18 years old, with no prior convictions, I was charged, indicted, and had to face the death penalty. My point is, society views anyone under the age of 21 as not being mentally mature enough to participate or partake in these activities, amenities, and substances because certain substances listed can negatively impact or stunt the growth of a developing brain, while other activities and amenities have restrictions due to the lack of impulse and behavioral control or lack of situational awareness at times with teens. It is very simple to understand that our brains have not developed enough, that we live in a society where someone under the age of 21 can be sentenced to death or life in prison without parole. We leave no room for growth, rehabilitation.
You're not allowed to drink and do certain things because they're protecting you from yourself. But the minute you ignore the laws and actually break the rules, you don't get a get out of jail free pass. You don't get a, oh, he was young, he didn't know any better. No, sir, you shot.
I don't know. Again, sometimes that does play a role though. But you're not to the young enough age to where you can't say you don't know no better. You knew, nigga, at 18, you know for a fact if you go unalive somebody, you can get life. That's the thing about that though. That's the thing about that. And again, for him, this a life, nigga, that you wasn't forced into. This is a life you chose. It's one thing when you're born and raised in the hood and then you become a product of your environment. That's one thing, cause nigga, you don't know no better. You truly don't know no better, cause nigga, all you see is what this shit is right in front of you. When I was a kid, bro, niggas was outside, bro. I was literally a kid and could look out my window and see gang activity, nigga. But I still made the choice not to become that way. Could have easily been that way, easily, but no, because that shit, nigga, it's not health wise, financial wise, life wise. That shit is not beneficial.
At Julio Foolio on multiple occasions. You could have learned your lesson the first time when you didn't get caught. but you came back to do it again. You had ample time to change your life and you didn't change your life, right? You was in the music videos rapping about doing drills and being a killer and being a grave digger. You, Sean Gathright, you. So now what, you was too young? Man, cut it out, bro. Man, have no mercy, bro. Hey, yeah, bro, he lucky that I wasn't on that joint. Man, listen, bro, I'm voting for death. The death penalty is necessary. Because it's going to deter other copycats. Because, this kid, he didn't grow up like
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Sad to say that shit, it wouldn't deter nobody from doing nothing. Because, again, we live in a society where we can see these things happening and still niggas still choose to go down a dumb path.
this. He had no reason to turn down his path outside of D-Rodding. That's your issue, bro. D-Rodding. It's a pandemic. It's an epidemic out here. The D-Rodding epidemic. Just be yourself you couldn't be. But now you crying, oh, I was too, man, bro, was you too young when you was, like catching hats and drilling people and rapping about it? Man, cut it out, bro. Y'all let me know in the comments.
Yeah, it's just crazy. He had a point, but like, nigga, you, I don't know, like, nigga, it's like once you take somebody's life, bro, all that shit is irrelevant. Because again, I can't say that, all right, you don't deserve life when you took somebody's life. That's the whole thing.